Hi, today we're going to be taking a look at a painting that is already finished of a landscape with a river that is just too straight to look realistic. So this is an already dried painting that I am now taking a wet flat brush and just dropping water onto the river. Brushing a little bit, but I'm trying to be very careful not to scrub or put too much pressure onto the paper because I'm going to be doing this probably over and over again before I get to a point where I'm satisfied that there is enough taken away of this river, particularly in this back third of it, because that's where I'm going to be moving the water line and making snow out of it instead of water. And this water being so dark, I wanted to just start in with a careful wash, dabbing away with a tissue and loosening up the pigment. So this is a careful process because I don't want to go over the edge of the river into the snow and create any dark shadows or marks. And I will take a little time to do the whole river, get it cleaned up, dabbed away, and then we'll see how this will work to move the shape of that river. All right, that looks fairly clean, still not completely, but now I'm taking a pencil to mark where I'd like the river to jog over, which will make it look more realistic than this straight line river that I originally put in here. I think I was thinking about drawing a street instead of a natural object like water. And so I want to just get an eye for where I think I can go with this line. And if I do that jog just in that back half of the river, third or half of the river, the rest of it tends to look more natural, although there's still something else that I do with these front banks on the left-hand side. So once again, I'm noticing now that I have the idea of where I would like this to go, that this area where I'm scrubbing, I'm going a little more aggressively now, is going to become a snowbank. And it's going to go well into what was the water. I'll speed this up again so you can watch this process. All right, now you can see the bank on the right has what looks a little bit like snow now protruding into the river, indicating that the river is moving and in a direction that is to the left, but the left bank hasn't been done yet. So I'm going to be dropping in more cobalt blue, which is what I used for the sky, so that the water reflects that. That was another error that I had made when I was painting originally. I put too much gray into the water itself. So using this cobalt blue, now that angle on the left-hand bank is being pushed over. And since it was mostly white, it's a little easier to manage. And now I'm just going to play with this shape and try to make it look more dimensional with some shadows. I'll also take a little bit more color out of the foreground water and add some of the orange sky reflections in that area. So now I'll speed this up again. All right, so now I have some reflection in the water that reflects the orange hue of the sky, some reflection of the snow on the water on that left bank. And now this area where I created the jog is in need of some dimension. So a little bit more blue color to reflect the sky, so I'm going to be touching in some cobalt blue, not very wet. Since I've been scrubbing on this paper, I want to go rather carefully not to damage it any further. I'll first get this blue, the shade that I want, and then I'll add some darker edges to indicate some shadows. So now you see we've gone from this straight river to this with a river and a jog and some extra snow. Here's what the final painting looks like. Thanks for joining me.